All right, before I get into this video, I want to make a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you how I do it, and I'm sharing with you what's working currently in my business. This is how I got, my money up. This is how, I got my net worth up. This is how I made millions. It's through this strategy. So check with whoever you need to check with, but I'm just sharing with you what worked for me. And maybe you could take some nuggets from it, and maybe it'll work for you too. So let's get into the video. What's up, guys? This is Genoj J, and I am a real estate guru. So in today's video, guys, I'm just gonna share with you about the BRRRR strategy. I know you guys have heard of it. It's buy, it's rehab, it's rent, it's repeat, and it's refinance. I'm doing this video driving to Chattanooga, so just kind of bear with me. And the reason I want to share this video is because I think there's never been a better time than right now to do the BRRRR. And you can really build a lot of equity, a lot of value, and build wealth right now by using this BRRRR strategy. I've been using it for a few years, and in years past when I did it, yes, it worked, but I found myself having to bring a little money to the table sometimes, or sometimes my money got stuck into the project. And even when I did do the BRRRR in the past, the cash flow wasn't that great. So I might have a property where I got a mortgage on it. Let's say the mortgage was $1,000, but maybe I was only renting it out for $1,200 or $1,300, so the cash flow wasn't that great. But I knew the reason I was doing it was to hold that property for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years to be able to build the equity. And then, when I saw the value at a certain place, I would sell it, make the money, and then get into something else and do it again. But right now, with values going up and values being so strong, I realized that I got several properties that I bought with the intent of flipping them, but I can actually get a lot of my money out of the properties, have a non-recourse loan on the property, and have really good cash flow. So for instance, there's a property I have at 157 Adair Street in Atlanta, 30315, and I got that property for what I paid. I think I paid like $110 for the house. So the rehab on it is going to be right at about $80. I'll probably spend a little extra just because it was some stuff that came up. So let's just say I'm going to be in this property all in at about $200,000. So when I purchased the property, I only did a 10% down payment on the house only, and I paid my closing costs. So out of pocket, I'm only about $16,000 out of pocket right now for this property. Now I've had it for, about 5 months now. I'm getting ready to finish it up. So I'm going to be, my mortgage payments and everything, I'm probably going to be about $25,000 out of pocket altogether when it's said and done before I do the refinance. The reason I'm going to keep the property is because values have went up, like up. So across the street, there's a house that's pending at $365, and there's another house that just sold for $350. Now when I purchased the property, the comps were like $285, maybe $3, but now the comps are, in my opinion, $365. So let's just say I do decide to move forward and keep the property. So the appraisal come back at $360. The new loan on the property will be 80% of the appraised value. So I can get a new loan on the property for right around $290,000. Now the rates right now are starting at 4%. Now I'm in the process of doing another refinance, so my rate came back at 4.25 or something. So I know I'm going to get a low rate in the low 4s. So with that being said, I only owe $200,000 on the property, and I'm in it another, like I said, about $225 or so out of pocket. So let's just say 225. I don't have all my spreadsheets in front of me, but I'm in at 225 and I get a loan on the property for 290. So when I deduct my closing costs, which could be 7,000 or 8,000, and I take out, you know, what I owe on the property, I'm gonna walk away with all my money in it, and I'm gonna walk away from closing with about, you know, another $45,000 or $50,000 additional in cash. And the beautiful thing about it is the cash flow is gonna be great. So at 4% interest on a 290 loan, and then when I add the principal and interest, when I add the taxes and my mortgage insurance, my payments are going to be right around $1,300 a month. I know I can rent this property out for like $2,000 a month, you know, maybe even $2,200. But even if I got $2,000, that's going to be great, because now I have a property that I'm making $700 a month cash flow. I have a loan on it for $290. The loan is non-recourse. I still have on paper, you know, about, you know, $60,000 in equity in it. And I know with this area where it's going, like, I think by the end of the year or the beginning of next year, I mean, it could easily be $375,000, $400,000, because I know what's going on in the area. And I really feel like this area is mimicking or mirroring some other areas that really exploded in the last several years. So with all the new builds and everything going on, you know, who knows? This property could be valued at, you know, $450,000, $475,000, $500,000 in the next 3 or 4 years. I don't know. I'm just speculating on some of those numbers, but it does give me a shot and opportunity to build wealth, because let's say if this property goes up to even $450,000 in the next 5 years, I'm only going to owe, you know, high twos on it, and I'll be able to cash it out and make a lot more money long term, and it's going to be a good cash flowing property. So I say that to say this: if you have properties that are going up in value and you're in the middle of rehabbing them, think about using this BRRRR method, because right now there's never been a better time to do the BRRRR. When you can take money out of the property, you know, when you get all your money back and walk away with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in profit, keep the property on a non-recourse loan, rent out in cash flow, those are all recipes to help build wealth. So I'm going to drop a link to a couple companies that I use for the BRRRR method. You know, reach out to these guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the video. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be dropping more videos and just start to share stuff that I do, that I'm doing to build wealth in real estate. Again, this is Genoj J. Until next time, guys, I will see you on the next video. And give me some comments and feedback on what you think.